Where to first?
We could take care of any lingering business in the realms.
Or investigate those pieces of Asgard.
Either way, we're with you, brother. Lunda also mentioned there's going to be a get-together to honor Brock's memory at Rab's Tavern in Svartalfheim. I'd like to go.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hel's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hraesvelgr.
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
Mimir, what exactly did you promise the large bird?
Oh, nothing too horrifying. It's just that she'd like to retire.
Retire? Hel's Eagle wants to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be Hel?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else to step in and become Hel, as it were.
Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather, infinite hours, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless. Or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos, yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked. Have it your way, then.
Sigil arrows could break that shield!
Prosperity!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Rot! Be prosperity!
The rider heals its mouth!
Be prosperity!
On your left!
Be prosperity! There's been...
the last!
Well, if there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realms.
Only if we do. The realms will never heal if they remain.
How many more?
Only one way to find out.
Freya, when Hildisvini went to Helheim, how did he not freeze to death?
A perk of the Jofar.
The boar-shifting warriors of Vanaheim, as wise in statecraft as they are deadly on the battlefield.
So they may shift into whatever form they like.
Sure, so long as the only two shapes they'd like to shift into are human and boar.
Mia, you may tell a story, if you wish.
Am I preferable to silence at last? A rare day. I'm touched. But since you mention it, there has been one on my mind of late. It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest. One summer, a local laird of renowned eccentricity chose to sequester himself with a small coterie of kinsmen and followers. The aim of their woodland retreat was to achieve enlightenment through study and discipline.
Set that aside for now. Come. What is wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, don't know if you've heard, but we're gonna say goodbye to Brock in Svartalfheim.
A funeral?
Yeah. We're meeting at Rab's Tavern in Nethervalir.
We will be there.
Hell of a job you did at Ragnarok, General. Wish I could have been there to see you and Sindri take down Thor and Odin.
That is not what happened.
Yeah, maybe not, but it's the story I like best. Important thing is, Odin's paid in full for what he did to Brock. I know it doesn't fix what's broke, but it ain't nothing. Oh, what can I do for a goddess?
Impressive.
What do you need, handsome?
It's strange. There are still signs of the world serpent all over the lake. But we saw him disappear at Ragnarok.
I only mean the legend was true all along. That blow from Thor sent Jormungandr straight back in time. A younger Jormi, fresh from Jotunheim, would grow into the serpent we know.
When we first met the snake, you said that he found Atreus familiar. Perhaps they met in Jotunheim.
Perhaps so, brother. We'll have to ask the lad for that story when we next... Never mind that. Time to fight. Sigil arrows could break that shield.
The Alpha!
Behind you! Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Incoming right side!
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Use the shield strike! Steady your guard! Scalpa!
I don't understand why they keep fighting. Can't they sense Odin is dead?
Our soldiers, they will always be loyal to him, alive or dead. It is a matter of honor.
Yes, they will continue to follow his orders and keep the realms under his thumb.
Not for long, they won't. Attacked Thor in Asgard, it seemed personal somehow. But there's no way they could have met before that, is there?
I've been pondering that, and I have a theory. We know the lad spent his time in Jotunheim learning soul magic. Perhaps the serpent figured in.
You mean Atreus placed some other giant soul into him? Someone who already hated Thor to begin with?
Exactly! Though that doesn't narrow it down much, I grant you. I wonder if Jorn even remembers after all this time who he once was. Getting back to my story then, if I may. The enlightenment-seeking laird and his followers took oaths to brook no distractions until they became wise men.
No more for now. Focus.
Yeah, it's me again. Go on, do something about it.
Hello, friend.
Hello, Heveskar.
Hello, Master Kratos. What you've accomplished for these realms is truly something I never thought possible. Rest assured, good Master Brock would be proud beyond measure, even if only to express it in his love language of profane non-sequiturs. But he is terribly missed.
Yes, he is.
Now, there is one rather interesting development to apprise you of. The detonation of Asgard shook the world tree to its very roots, dislodging a great number of realm seeds. I thought you might wish to have them. My little way of saying thank you for preventing my death by immolation.
You are welcome.
All that said, I'm happy to discuss anything else on your mind. The little ones are growing up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye.
How are they coming along?
I think they're almost starting to recognize me as their father and not their appetizer. I believe one or two of them may even know how to say my name. Or rather, squeak. More of a... But it's not far off.
Must be tough being a parent.
It has its ups and downs, but after a few ages pass, I'm certain they'll start to take a liking to me. There's no rush. Baby dragon steps. Master Kratos knows what I'm speaking of.
No.
He knows what I'm speaking of. Please come back anytime.
Beautiful.
I did not think anything grew here.
Protect yourself!
Enemy on the left!
The Alpha!
Do you hear that? Someone's
Surtur's love. Should we try to tell her what happened?
She knows. Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
You then, Didianeri!
Your death will honor my
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Is this all you've got?
You then, Didianeri!
Your death will honor my king! Is this all you've got?
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
The Alpha! Big Bifrost! Watch your left! Oh, God! Bifrost!
You then, Didianeri!
Your death will honor my king! Justice for the enemies of Leia!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Is this all you've got? Bifrost! Bifrost!
brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Is this all you've got? Big Bifrost!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Right side, incoming! Scorping Bifrost!
This is a fine mess!
Could have been better.
You then, Deviant!
Your death will honor my king! Death to the enemies of Lyra!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Behind you! Incoming!
Big Bifrost! Death to the enemies of Lyra! Blood Bifrost!
Skjelfa!
Sword Big Bifrost! Bifrost! Benki!
This was the last, was it not? Only the king remains.
Aye, and if you thought his berserkers were tough, well, I've been thinking about what you said, brother. Maybe it's time to let this go. Slurping up a dead man's soul with this old sword isn't gonna change the past.
It is good to hear you say that. But I plan to face it regardless.
What? After all your lecturing on vengeance and spite?
It is not wise to let a malevolent spirit wander Midgard. But I needed to know you wanted this for the right reasons.
Huh. Appreciate the sentiment, brother. I bet Skofnung is powering these walls.
Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
Freyr's sword. I'm glad he got it back.
Odin stole it?
Not quite. It couldn't be stolen. It had to be given freely. Freyr had it forged in his younger days, imbued with its own motives and passion. For centuries, he swore he would only ever set it down, in death, or upon meeting the love of his life. Both he and the sword were romantics, you see. Midgard. Almost missed it.
We may have missed something.
I'll have your back.
King Hrolf's gravestone. It's reformed. Guess there's only one thing left to do.
You can't have it.
Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
Before me. The realms will
Come
run.
on, Kratos! Off your back!
You can't have it. You
Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
we filthy. Realms will run red with blood. It's mine. You can't have it.